It has been a pretty big day. And I say it has been a pretty big day because at work today, I got an alert from this guy on Blue Sky called Tom Marshall. Tom Marshall is a guy that writes lyrics for a band called Phish. And I, not too long ago, asked him to do an interview. Tom Marshall was like, sure, I'd do an interview with you. We talked a little bit, and then today he sent out, "Hey, Walter, you wanted to do an interview. How about you come to see a Reprise band show with me in New Jersey, and we take it from there?" I'm thinking July 31st in Asbury Park. Audio went out. I hope it didn't. Anyways, I ended up saying, okay. I talked to my work. It worked out. So, my beautiful, wonderful, and amazing wife and I are going to be flying up to New Jersey to watch a band called Reprise play in Asbury, New Jersey at Wonder Bar. If you guys decide you want to go hang out, come check it out. Now, Reprise is going to be doing a cover or a recreation of Phish's setlist from May 3rd of 1993. Come hang out with us. Come see them play. Come hang out. Say hi to me and Tom Marshall and my beloved Melissa. Anyways, I say all of that to say I'm pretty juiced, and it got me excited and feeling like it's time that we listen to Phish's Big Boat. This is, I think, perhaps one of the most dunked on albums by some, and one of the most loved albums by others. I am told that plenty of people have either affectionate or abysmal opinions of it. I am coming in with an open mind. Every single time I do this thing where I go into a Phish album, the newer it is, the more grains of salt I have to take general consensus before going into the album. It's bottom tier, but it's still fun. This is one of those albums where people say all Phish is good Phish, I guess. I don't really care. It's been a while since I've had some new Phish to listen to. I'm excited to hop into this Phish and, continue the journey. Besides the point, it's occurring to me that since I'm going to be going to New Jersey here in a couple of weeks to hang out with the new homie Tom Marshall, I am going to finish the the two remaining Phish albums from here before I go on that trip. And after that, it is time to dig into the live shows. Now, I don't know how I want to go about doing that. I don't know if I want to go like a 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 sequencing kind of thing. I don't know if I want to just attack it year by year. I don't know if I, am trying to go for like sentimental shows of people within the community. I don't know if I'm trying to go for like the iconic shows that people are like, no, Walter, this is the show. I don't know if I'm going for the DVDs or if I'm just going through their live Phish collection on Spotify. It could go any which way. I'm still undecided on that. I do know that that's the direction I'm headed after getting through the studio catalog. I said I was going to do Phish's catalog, and it seems like once I get through the final of the studio albums, it makes sense to start maybe from the beginning and do the white tape. I still actually have to do that. And then doing the live stuff. And maybe the white tape serves as the transitionary piece of that. You know what I mean? Like the prequel information. I don't know. Anyways, guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hop in and listen to Big Boat. We have an hour and 7 minutes, over 13 bangers. So let's hop into this. Guys, have you heard this album or are you listening to it with me for the first time? I'm going to hit the play button. Before I do, it's very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. If you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, or join us on Twitch. These people over here are actually the best people. Come hang out with us. Come discover music with us. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time, and we would love to have you by. Sometimes I even do impromptu random Friday evening streams like today, on this random July 11th of 2025. But I digress. Guys, I am going to listen to Big Boat, and it looks like it's starting off with a song called Friends. What's your favorite album on Big Boat, by the way? Here we go. Beginning with Friends. It almost feels like they jump you in medias res. Like, it feels like you jump right into a song that was already started.
If the Lord ever comes, descending from the skies in some fiery fashion, as so many say he will, you will not see me going joyously to greet him, expecting my deliverance.
Is this a Fishman song?
Me, going joyously to greet him, expecting my deliverance, but running for the hill, for such a day should come to pass. This is no God come to save the human race, but a big boat, like the ones off on the sail, having made it across the great ocean to our shore, from outer space.
It's kind of interesting. Like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of pop punk, but then it also kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, From Outer Space. What is that song? The Mesopotamians by They Might Be Giants. That's a really random deep track that I only know because I had a college roommate named Ethan that listened to that song. And he only listened to that song because we were learning about Ashurbanipal and humanities, and that's where it came up. And now, for the rest of my life, because of living in a room with Ethan, I have in my head Sargon, Hammurabi, Ashurbanipal, and Gilgamesh stuck in my head in that order perpetually forever. But this doesn't necessarily, I mean, it's not like the whole thing sounds like it. I don't know. How many songs does Fishman front, by the way? I can't think of too many where I hear him, being, frontman Phish, Can you guys, is this the only one of note, like, on the studio albums that certainly, I think that this is the first one where he's taken the front. Do you know of any where he sings the lead? What? I don't know of any of the songs where he sings the lead.
That song.
Fat.
Wait, that really.
Lengthwise. Isn't that Page?
I always wanted it. Wait.
Moma Dance and Roga. Okay, he has partial leads.
Is this what you wanted when he did that cover? Is this what you wanted?
Is this what you wanted? Okay, but on the studio album, okay. Lengthwise is Phish. I'm a total dink. My favorite Phish song. This whole. I'm a total dink. I don't even feel like a real fan anymore now that I know that. Oh, you're right. Cross-eyed and painless. All right. Well, okay. At any rate, I don't think that this is off to a bad start for a beginning here.
You will not see me going joyously to greet him, expecting my deliverance, but running for the hill.
I love ass-handed, yep.
This is no God come to save the human race, but a ones our forefathers sailed, having made it across the great ocean to our shore from outer space.
He's really running those Tom runs, dude. I love that transition piece. You're hearing those keys and then this wow, 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 wow.
When that boat finally comes, ascending from the depths of our imagination to appear within our sight, we'll be born again, as we've been so many times all throughout the ages. When we find that we're not right, and with darkness lifted from our eyes, then we'll find what should come as no surprise. We're on a big
Dude, no, right there.
then
You hear this huge snail run, this huge Tom run.
come as no surprise. We're on a big boat,
That was
like
noise.
the ones our forefathers sailed, headed across the great ocean from our shores to outer space.
What do you think the big boat represents, guys? You think they're talking about, like, the country? Never listen to Flaming Lips. I swear to God, if they play Friends tomorrow, I'm going to feel like somebody watches. They're not gonna play it. Which album do you guys think they play from the least? I'm sure there are statistics. So, as much as I thought it was a good song, it's not their best opener, but I love that Fishman was the one that started singing it, right? Like, I love that he was the one that came into it. I love the drum runs. It did sound not like jam band Phish, and I feel like if people are saying Big Boat, they don't like it, it's maybe more because they want jam band Phish, and that just wasn't a jam band studio album song, you know? Drums are lovely, but ooh, I love the organ in the back there.
Breath and burning, we are made of sand, slowly turning
I like this one.
at the waves' command.
Kind of reminds me of Steely Dizzle a little bit, guys.
And what does it matter that the nightmares all came true?
Am I the only one that hears Steely Dizzle from this song?
The black clouds are scattered across the sky, and there's nothing left we can do but celebrate while the hurricane throws salt and water into the room.
Well,
The
not anymore.
canary died, the healer lied, the yellow fields disappeared too soon. Mid-air voltage blooms and grows unstoppable. It's instant heat, and as sinners plead on bended knee, we'll be dancing here for days.
Love them. Ooh. And horns? Ooh. I like that. No, this song is vibes for days. What the heck?
Burning, we are made of sand. Slowly turning at the
Mel's in the kitchen dancing, and she's like, I told you.
waves command. And what does it matter that the end's in sight? We're not going gently. We're gonna rage with Paige at the dying of the light.
I kind of like that they were self-referential there with Rage with Paige. Because, you know, obviously, like, before I ever heard this part, I've heard people say Paige side, Rage side. So it almost feels like they're kind of being self-referential to that part, you know, that little bit of their own culture. And I think that that's super cool.
We're gonna rage with Paige at the dying of the light. Hey!
Also, as a person who's now been to his first, second, and third Phish show, I can circumstantially, with empirical evidence, say it is true. Page side, Rage side. What is your favorite noise coming from the boards? The grand piano, the Hammond, the clav, the Moog, the Korg. Take your pick. What's your favorite sound coming from the boards?
The sudden unexpected fate of sunken ships was our future path. Your string of beads did nothing to prepare for you what was sure to pass. Shadow wheels in shipping lanes, the angry winds blew straight from hell, and the tortoise pulls its head inside its shell.
You know, I really kind of liked this. The sudden unexpected fate of sunken ships was our future path. Your string of beads did nothing to prepare you for what was sure to pass. Your string of beads, it almost feels like this is a comment on like a rosary, right? Like you're saying prayers. It almost feels like your string of beads did nothing to prepare you for what was sure to pass is basically saying like your praying didn't do anything. And then shadow wheels and shipping lanes, the angry winds blew straight from hell, and the tortoise pulls his head inside his shell. I mean, the imagery there, I kind of like, again, this idea, the imagery where, you know, not even prayer did anything for you. You're stuck in that realization. You're kind of hiding from circumstance and retreating within yourself. It's beautifully spoken. I really like that. And the horns make this, you know, like you have this really dark kind of imagery in a moment with this really bright, uplifting thing happening.
Breath and burning, we are made of sand. Slowly turning at the wave's command. And what does it matter? It'll be over soon. Our heads on a platter, so let's spin in the light of the moon. We still got the light of the moon. We'll dance in the light of the moon.
Breath and burning, it's kind of interesting because when you think about breath, when I think about breath and burning, I think about the idea, like, as I spent a lot of time as a runner. I ran cross country and track in high school and in college. And when I think about breath and burning, believe it or not, I think about like running when I'm out of shape and feeling like the burning in my lungs after a run, or I think about the burning feeling of running early in the very cold. You know what I mean? So when I would like run and breathe out like the cold air, that's really what hit me. And I don't know. I feel like there is kind of an interesting concept because breath and burning can mean so many different things. It could mean like blowing out an ice cold fatty. It could or any number of other intoxicants, right? It could be, like coughing up your lungs. It could be getting breath out, getting your first breath after like a drowning scenario. Like there really is a cool direction that the imagery goes with this song. And I think with the big boat imagery, right? Like if we're kind of into the, like a salty breeze thing, I don't know. I ran track. Yeah, well, in high school, I ran anything from like the 800 meters up to, the 3,200 meters in track. And then, in cross country, you ran 5K. And then in college, I ran cross country. So 8K and 10K races in cross country. And then indoor track, I would run typically the 1,500 to the 3,000. Well, indoor, you would run the full mile and then the 3,000 meters. And then outdoor, I would run the 1,500 and the 5K. Breath and burning, and I think I liked it because of all of the different places it could have gone. I've got to run an ad, so I'll see you in 3 minutes. Be our bizzle. Guys, let's get back to it, and it looks like the next song is the song Home. Here we go. Love a nice poppy snare sound. Is it Pager? Again, the snare sound though.
I'm feeling like I used to belong, running around this place. My theory was head home before dawn, or end up without a space. My future was some merry-go-round on horses that learned to fly. My problem was I barely slowed down. I found myself back at my home, rest assured and alive, unobscured.
So I feel like, sorry, I'm trying to pick up what we're saying in the song. I feel like I'm like I used to belong, running around this place. My theory was head home before dawn or end up without a space. My future was some merry-go-round on horses that learn to fly. I don't know if he's saying like it was all fun and games and kind of imaginary, like, or pretend, like, thus on horses that learn to fly. My problem was I'd barely slowed down, but found myself back at my home, rest assured, and a life unobscured. I toss away some days at a time. Wonder if this is a reflection of maybe not the best. It's like dad rock Weezer. I don't know about the Weird Al thing.
And alive.
I don't know. It's not Oasis that I'm doing.
And alive, unobscured.
It definitely feels like we're reflecting on times past.
I toss away some days at a time into the folder now. Ain't feeling it, stop stealing my lines over and over now. Outstanding with both hands in the night.
So yeah, it's definitely like a reflection of what was.
Rest assured and alive, unobscured, wide open door, while I hide by the shore.
How many of these songs on the album had been played before they had been released on the studio album? And it's 2016. So were they touring pretty heavily at this point? Like what was the scene like? Were they just kind of doing what they're doing now? Like was that the beginning of like the now kind of phase? Like how was how did it kind of work down? Honestly, I really find that I enjoy this song for the lyricism and the reflection. The music, it's not been my favorite, right? Like I do feel like I'm hearing like a lot of octave chords, but then I'm also, I don't know. I feel like this has kind of been an album where lyrics just matter a lot more, and it's not necessarily been about the exploration of the jam. And maybe this is a scenario where they were putting songs together, and I'm not hearing the jam vehicle element yet.
While I hide by the shore.
There we go. This is a nice little nugget. So maybe this is something that a lot of people that try to recreate Trey's tones can relate to. When I hear Trey play, right? I have a line 6 Helix, so it's not like I'm doing like crazy edits. I'm not like running huge rigs, right? But you can get relatively close, right? But I think a hard thing when playing like him is when you go from the lead tone and try to switch back to the rhythm tone, it's easy to sound very, very, very flimsy, right? So, and not really ballsy and full. So you go from a lead tone and maybe you dial in the lead tone, right? Maybe you have your 2 TS-808s, maybe you have a compression pedal that's going to give you a decent amount of sustain, but turn those things off and what have you. So yeah, this would definitely 100% be an example of transition where he goes from the lead into the rhythm where he's got this big ballsy tone immediately after having a lead that punches right through the signal. That is what hits me as like significant in his tone. So he has an always-on tube screamer.
My feelings are best left to the side. First I get off the road. I wish I had more time to unwind, but I haven't cracked that code. My history I tend to revise.
sets off in a different direction. Is that a siren? Oh. I swear if we get into an accident in this song, I'm going to be so bummed out. Maybe one of my favorite Phish moments, though. Ooh! That snare pop coming in. I love where we go from this ethereal, like, vocal harmony into that just mega pop and snare. The bass, I gotta give it to Mike, man. He really, really, really carries it in the midst of really busy sound. Without it toppling over other low-end frequencies. And, like, it really still punches through. I love that, like... This is nice. Yeah, this is where this is good. I kind of am saddened in the fact that that was our third song in our first real jam, but that jam kind of ripped, dude. It had a nice little bump at the end. Love it. Realistically, Breath and Burning was a good song, but I liked the retrospective that you got from Home. I liked kind of feeling like there was a little bit of a demand vibe to it, but also from the side of it where he doesn't crash the car into the tree and we're all left like, we got into an accident? So I'm very glad that that's not the case. It seems like this next one, Blaze On, is the most popular song on the album. Let's see what it's about.
Climb that hill, stay on your feet.
The music a little bit reminded me, for whatever reason, of Golgi Apparatus. The singing did not at all.
Climb that hill, stay on your feet. Scramble for your footing when it gets too steep. You're on the highway now with higher hopes. By all around are rolling eggs with living yolks. You never get too sad, you never get too blue. It must be all the chemtrails raining down on you. The justice of the peace can't help you anymore. If they just took the covers off the justice of war. You got your nice shades on, and the worst days are gone. So now the band
Anybody got a lyric?
You got one life,
Or a genius?
on. You got your nice shades on, and the worst days are gone. storm is past.
There's a nice little kind of back and forth between them where it was obviously the focal point was Page, but you had a nice little lead there. Thank you.
The storm is passing.
I love
through.
that.
Lay down your sticks and stones.
Thank you for that, Marmar.
The struggle's over now. We're all just flesh and bones. We were wrong before. It was wrong to trust. The shadows cast were only light and dust. And then one day you find to your intense delight that 3 wrong turns can really make a right.
Heck yeah.
So why not be like me? Be proud of all your crimes. 'Cause when I screw up once, I do it 2 more times. You got your nice shades on, and the worst days are gone. So now the band plays on. You got one life, blaze on. You got your nice shades on, and the worst days are gone. So now the band plays on. You got one life, blaze on, and we'll be dancing in the fields, running through the moor, tripping on the barbed wire, buried near the shore, blazing like a comet that's brighter than a full moon. So you better get ready, 'cause a change is coming soon. I met a liar called the Messiah.
Huh.
I got the frying pan, I wanted fire. I saw a red dress, I met a daughter. I got the quicksand, I prayed for water. You got your nice shades on, and the worst days are gone. So now the band plays on. You got one life, blaze on. You got your nice shades on.
You know, it's interesting because I think conventionally speaking, you would think to yourself that blaze on is kind of a colloquial way for being like, hey, burn the fern whenever you want, or continue to burn the fern and do so with pride. In this context, though, it almost feels like it's more of a concept of like, hey, trailblaze on, or hey, continue forth, like keep burning your trail forward on the like blaze on is almost feeling more like a comment that continue on and do the good thing, continue on the course you're living, you know, continue on and be proud of yourself, continue on and overcome your sadness, continue on and not allow yourself to be too sad or too down or too depressed. And that's what I'm saying. I don't get it as though he is approaching it from that dynamic of him smoking, period. I mean, my understanding is that he's a sober dude. So I think that the intention of the song is the double intention, right? And I think that there is room for both of those interpretations in that. And I like that there is that there. Because I don't think that Trey is coming from a position as a sober person where he's saying like, oh, you know, drugs are bad. Okay. I think what his position would be is that he shouldn't use them, and to each their own within reason and, you know, human safety. The same way anybody would, right? Like our people with problems don't look at the world around, shouldn't look at the world around them and assume that everybody is going to have the same problems. So I like that he is kind of speaking into this thing like, hey, be you, continue on, blaze on. If you want to smoke, smoke. If you want to continue on in your goodness in the things that are making you feel better and you know, helping you develop, continue to do that too. All of those things are okay. And there is room for all of those things. And again, I think truly that double intention really is encapsulated and embodied in the ethos that is the community of Phish. Like when I went and saw them and spent the weekend in Hollywood, there was definitely that vibe where it was like people were encouraged to either blaze on and like, you know, pass the joint, or continued to blaze on and wear the yellow sticker. And I think think that's a pretty cool thing. Blaze on, guys.
I
like this one a lot.
So now the band plays on. You got one life,
And now the band plays on. I like
Blaze
that.
on, blaze on, blaze on, blaze on, blaze on, blaze on, blaze
I think Blaze On sort of ripped, dude. I mean, realistically, I could see how that would be a jam vehicle for sure. Also, it's got the crowd chanter, of Blaze On, Tide Turns. Truly, it does feel like we've kind of gotten some nautical themes up in here between the lyricism and the song titles, huh? Horns, baby, let's go! I see why Mel said I'd be really excited about this one, because I get so juiced about horns and music.
when you're lost in the darkness and the loneliness cuts so deep,
Trey kind of soulful here.
when every breath is suffering and you're lost.
I really love the organ in the back here.
You don't have to be alone. I've still got a kind word to spare. I still have an ear to listen. I've got time. I'll wait with you till the tide turns. I'll wait with you till the tide turns.
This is interesting. You know, I the comment on this song really makes me kind of consider the difference between sympathy and empathy. And I heard once that sympathy was a lot like, dang, you're really overwhelmed. I'm really sorry about that. Versus, dang, you're really overwhelmed. Let me sit here with you while you're really overwhelmed in case I can help. And in this, right, like, it's not only saying like, hey, yeah, I'm there for you, I got you, whatever. I'll wait with you till the tide turns. Like, it almost feels like there is a comment embodying both sympathy and empathy. And, you know, the willingness to be there. And I feel like that goes a long way. You know, sometimes I feel like the human condition, even when you know something sucks for somebody, is to be like, oh, geez, they're always a bummer. They're always a downer. And there is an element where we have to protect ourselves, right? But, like, it is often pretty easy to just try to, avoid negativity, even at the expense of, like, potentially not helping somebody that you could help or have been there for. I don't know. And it's, you know, it's obviously one's own responsibility to maintain their own happiness, but it can't always be helped. And there are times where having moments where you're just willing to sit with somebody when the tides turn, good or bad, means the world goes a long way. In a lot of ways, I feel like, plenty of people that have followed this channel for a long period of time kind of sat with me in elements of the tide turning. And I can tell you, as a person who had somebody there for them when the tides were turning, what it meant. And, you know, it meant a lot when things were bad. It meant even more when things were good. And, you know, that's really awesome. And I think that's kind of a shared wonder of humanity, right? Like, we all have the ability to look back and see how good things were.
I've got time. I'll wait with you till the tide turns.
Really love the horn heavy situation in this album, guys. Hey, Phish, I love you, bro.
Till the tide turns. Tide turns. When the wolf is at your door.
It's really a soulful delivery here, especially with the organ there in the back.
There's no need to hide your tears.
You even had a hoo 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 in that last lyric. Right there.
There's no need to hide your tears. If it's too much for you to bear, you don't have to be alone. I will always be there for you. Together we can make it through. We've got time. Yes, we do. I'll wait with you till the tide turns. I'll wait with you till the tide turns. I'm gonna wait with you till the tide turns. Till the tide turns.
Ooh. Yeah. I like this one. This is good. Ghosts of the Forest. That's a Trey Band song, right? Or album, right?
I will always be here for you.
It kind of sounds like this is Trey's attempt at singing a little Rod Stewarty here.
I will always be here for you.
Right, am I wrong?
Together we can make it through.
Trey album not
We've
tab.
got time. Yes, we do. I'll wait with you till the tide turns. Yes, I will. I'll wait with you till the tide turns. You know I'm gonna wait with you till the tide turns. Till the tide turns. Don't wait now.
Ooh. I love the guitar tones in this, man. It's had some fun stuff, but the horns, the uplifting imagery with an empathy being painted out in lyricism, really nice.
We're gonna wait with you.
I like Tide Turns. I think right now truly the strongest songs have been probably, I've really enjoyed this album. I would say that probably like my favorite one has been Blaze On or Breath and Breathing. I've enjoyed both. Things People Do. Is this instrumental?
People always surprising the things that they'll do. You think you got them figured out and they'll show you what you knew. At first they may seem rational, but wait a month or two, 'cause there's just no explaining the things people do.
Ooh.
I had to get away, I was losing my interest. Instead of expanding my world, I was just scanning Pinterest. So I left all these people I thought that I knew, 'cause there's just no explaining the things people do.
I really like it. What instrument am I hearing right now, though? It sounds like, is it like a pump organ that's not being pumped?
I left for the road 'cause I needed the
Or just like a keyboard sound that isn't plugged in. Like, is he recording this just with his cell phone? And it's like he set his cell phone on top of a keyboard speaker.
mileage. Brought what I own 'cause I thought it was stylish. And I don't miss the folks that I just left behind me, 'cause there's places I'm going, kinda doubt they will find me. I never really felt that my life was in danger.
It's Paige.
Shot to the gut by the hands of a stranger. It started me thinking what I already knew, that there's just no explaining the things people do. Well, I found a new place quickly, I caught me a fast one. But the people around here are the same as the last one. So I guess I'll keep moving and find a new crew, 'cause there's just no explaining the things people do. There's just no explaining the things people do.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. According to an interview with Paige and Trey, the album version of The Things People Do was recorded by Paige on his iPhone, which he said on his electric piano as a part of the band exercise to write a folk song. Yes! That is exactly what I said based on what I heard. Let's friggin' go! Yes! Okay. People that say this, that I've had so many people say you can't just hear what kind of guitar that is. Yes, you can. Okay? If you learn sound, you can hear a lot of stuff and be able to peg it pretty well. I'm not that special. There are so many people with good ears that could have picked out that exact thing, right? But when you hear me say this sounds like such and such guitar, or this sounds like this pickup with this guitar and this amplifier, it's not typically just guesswork, you know? It's like you spend so much time learning sound that eventually that kind of stuff just happens. And you've probably heard some niche sounds in your house and you know what they are, right? Like I don't know, like a dishwasher switch. When it's done, it makes a distant sound when you're in a different room and you know what that sound is. Like, oh, that's the dishwasher. But to somebody else, that they're not going to know what that sound is, but you know what that sound is. Imagine that with just a lot of different areas of your life, and you kind of put those sounds into a Rolodex in your brain. And you know, whenever you hear sound, you just refer to the Rolodex in your brain. And that's the best way I can describe it. This song, honestly, Things People Do, made me so excited. Just the little story, I'm always going to remember that moment of pegging it. I love that. I love a song with a memory, darn it. Waking Up Dead. That song made me so happy. I believe they tried to record this tune and decided that the OG was never going to be top.
Woke up on the wrong side, atrophied through
This is Mike.
dreamt with open eyes. I was vacuuming about in a straight line.
Is this a dream, you think? Woke up on the wrong side. Maybe he, woke up in a dream?
Dreamt with open eyes. I was vacuuming about in a straight line, a very straight line.
See, but when you say I was vacuuming about, I feel like that's very askew vacuuming, like vacuuming about, right? But in a straight line, it feels like that contradicts vacuuming about. Oh, interesting subtext to my life. When I was dealing with surgery, I watched Pulp Fiction for the first time. I've now seen Pulp Fiction.
Each new morning I awake with clouds around my
I really enjoyed it.
head. Gut the walls and pipes, then vacuum out my head.
That
In a
wow.
straight mind, a very straight mind. Oh, vacuuming.
What is that noise I'm hearing? Ooh, that's really transitioning. What was that? Kind of sounded. It was hand claps. Okay, well, duh. Well, I'm just overthinking it then and making it way more complicated in my head than I needed to. Kind of misconception. It sounds like he says Brad, but the character he's talking to is Brett. Got it. A Top 5 movie. Lost count of watches. I've seen it one time and it was good. Who was eating the big Karuna burger in Pulp Fiction? He's the guy sitting down. I can see it in my head, but it's Samuel L. Jackson that's eating the big Kahuna burger. But that's what I remember. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson is the only one we actually see eating that burger. If it was somebody else's, it certainly became Samuel L. Jackson's. Vacuuming. Love it. Waking Up Dead.
In the kitchen stands a man in a backwood halo glow. Wears a darkened smile. Is there something I should know? Something all-consuming.
When Mike writes songs, is he writing on a guitar, you think, or is he is he bringing kind of hashed out ideas to them, or is he bringing in like bass lines and jam concepts? How does it work, you think, when they bring stuff in together? Like, I would imagine Page is bringing the keys. You know, he's like foundationally writing his songs. And I would ask the same about Fishman. Like, if Fishman writes a song, is he writing it on the drums and bringing it to the band from there? I'm kind of interested in, because then is it like, so Mike writes a song with a guitar, does he give that part to Trey and let Trey do with it what he wants, and then Mike just, shoves off to the bass? I'm interested in how the songwriting process works when it's the other instrumentalists. Really? He doesn't write on guitar? I really, really love this song. Vacuuming, Waking Up Dead. Little Law and Order homage there.
I feel the suction rev as I waltz the vacuum arm. End to end it sucks itself and pulls me with its charm. Morning in a vortex, moon I squint my eyes. You peek inside my empty shell, a memory in disguise.
Who's singing the low harms there?
You peek inside my empty shell, a memory in disguise. The tree outside
Let's go,
upside down,
Fishman.
my head hangs off the bed. Stay undressed, a pair of lungs connected by a thread. I'm presuming.
Are they playing that on a resonator?
In trouble when I put my foot down, try to have a voice. In trouble when I kindly back down and let you have your choice. My soul got sucked out in the ether just about 9:30. My carcass went out drinking at closing time.
Does Waking Up Dead make an appearance? This has been a fun one. I think I just am a sucker for Mike's songs, dude. I think I'm just kind of a sucker for Mike's songs because there's something fun about the abstract and kind of the absurdism that goes with it. Like, why vacuuming, right? Like, but that's why. Because vacuuming. And that in and of itself just makes the songs fun to listen to. And yeah, the quirkiness is contagious. I think that there is something to be said about the fact that when it's a Mike song, it's kind of a laughy, silly one. And like, I think each of them have their ability to kind of sing their ballady, sentimental. Like, they have songs that mean stuff to them, surely. But there is something really friggin' fun about Someone Hit a Possum, right? Like, and it's the vibe of those songs that I mean, it's a really core part of the fun that is being a fan of Phish is like the WTF nature that comes with Mike songs. I've only listened to a little bit of They Might Be Giants, like a couple of songs. Running Out of Time.
A flash of light, another moment stolen from my soul. A thunderclap, again I must surrender all control.
Mel likes this one.
Sudden noises startle me and strange things in my mind haunt me and I'm running scared. Running out of time.
Running scared is always imagery that's really
Running out of time.
like really hit me. And I think it's just time spent as a runner.
To lift me from my bed.
That's a cool
Other
thought.
times I've faced the light with eyelids full of lead. Light and dark pass quickly by with no dividing line. I follow, but I'm running scared. Running out of time. Running out of time. Running out of time.
This is kind of a sentimental.
Running out of time.
I don't know what it is about euphemism with the word running, but like running out of time, running scared, running for your life, those kinds of things, like imagery with the verb running, really, really, really gets me. And I don't know if it's just that like I have the ability to easily imagine myself running, right? And whether I'm running scared or experiencing, like I can remember plenty of times experiencing almost every emotion while running, like whether I was happy or sad or laughing or whatever. So it's easy for me to kind of place myself into emotional imagery when I'm considering what it is to run. And as a person who's taken so much of my personal frustrations, like I've spent a lot of time inventing running, so it's one of those things that just very easily connects for me. And this sort of, I don't know, the concept of seeing both the light and the dark, right? Not really having a dividing lines, not really knowing what is going to be coming. Though, and kind of feeling like you're running out of time, but you don't know. You're like living in indifference without really, I not indifference, but like living kind of in the middle of something. I'm trying to find the right way. I'm not wording this well at all. But the sentimentality that's expressed through this, kind of feeling like anxious, like you're in a rush or a hurry, but you're kind of stuck too.
Light and dark pass quickly by with no dividing line. I follow, but I'm running scared.
I loved that synth in the back.
Running out of time. Running out of time. Running out of time.
Is Trey playing like Taylor's or Takamines or Takamines rather? I don't know what acoustic guitar I'm hearing him play. Like an auditorium, like an 800 series? What do you think? I like the little whistle track there. What's up, Ritz? I like the sentimentality to that is really, really, really nice. And I think, again, anybody that feels stuck but then also feels the pressure of running out of time, I think can kind of relate to that song. I almost missed the plus button there. That really, really... But I love a Trey ballad. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs left on the album. I gotta run an ad. I will be back after this thing. Talk to you in a bit. All right, guys. So, No Men and No Man's Land is one of Mel's favorite from the album. So let's see what we think about it. It also got quite cold in my house, so thus the jacket. Here we go. Caught in the Crossfire by Stevie Ray Vaughan is what this reminds me of immediately off the top of my head. Hang on. It's just called Crossfire, but all right, maybe not entirely, but you get it. Oop, I'm sorry. Got this a 4-day run. I'm always stoked to see it. Love it.
Stand on a rock, suspended in air, blazing with sunlight, keenly aware that we've broken free. Something has changed, a tear in the fabric. Sometimes we are the no man in no man's land. We are the no man in no man's land.
I really love these little poppin', screaming leads in the back. On the We Are the No Men.
No man in no man's land.
Right there.
Darkness, the one thing we all understand. We are the no man in no man's land. We are the no man in no man's land. And the truth will rise above, and fiction fall
bluesy vibe, dude.
The lies we bite.
And there's definitely an SRV sound to this. Like, certainly not like as Stratocaster-y, but not as like, smoky blues bar-y. But there's certainly like, it feels like a little bit of an homage to SRV here.
The truth has all the teeth. You see us as a window. You're happy that we're here, exposed to all the elements, while inside all is clear. But if you hold a mirror and you turn it to one side, the depth you see within at first will find a place to hide. We are the no man.
Did they tour with horns whenever they released this album, or was this just like they put a whole bunch of horns on this album and then they didn't tour with the horns?
No man's land.
You're telling me you don't hear day by day, night by night? So tab is where you get the horns. Okay. No horns since 91. Okay. I kind of need the horns too. Steps up a notch. Yo, sir, your name. Thank you for the 2 gifted subs, you actual bamf. Listen to what Mike did there. The doon 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 doon. Right. Right there. Oi. This has been my favorite moment on the whole album so far. And the bass descent there. This is, I think, my favorite song on the album now. I think that this just wins the album for me right now. I have, because you haven't heard Miss You yet. Okay, so everybody is saying that. That song ripped, dude. Many more goodies coming. All right, I'm psyched. So, but right now, I mean, truly, No Man and No Man's Land definitely wins. This has been another really good album to me, guys. I think we're kind of in the ballpark of all Phish is good Phish, but it's like I can kind of hear how some of the jams would come together. I do feel like I'd be missing some horns, but yeah, I'm liking this. More is quintessential love and light, Trey. Okay.
You're smiling at me from your picture frame, and I miss you.
Oh, dang. Whoa.
My life keeps on changing, but you stay the same. I miss you. So many moments that we should have shared. I miss you.
You even kind of hear a little bit of his emotion in that moment with that "I miss you"
We should have shared.
right here.
I miss you.
Oof.
And the days turn to years, and it hasn't stopped yet. The memories we shared, I will never forget.
Babe, was this the song that they played the night Phil died?
No, that was Box of Rain.
Oh, they played Box of Rain. Got it. I'm a dink.
Days turn to years, and it hasn't
You said
stopped
Bob.
yet. The memories we shared, I will never forget. No, I will never forget. There's a hole in my heart that will never be filled. I miss you.
This has been one of the coolest concepts I think of. I mean, honestly, I've read a lot of lyrics and listened to a lot of Phish songs at this point, right? This has been, I think, one of my favorite concepts. You're smiling at me from your picture frame, and I miss you. And this is the unique experience. And honestly, this is gonna sound kind of crazy. And when I say crazy, I mean just like a little subtext of my life kind of moment, but I've got this thing from my grandmother's funeral, and it's just like a little picture of her with a little quote next to it. It's like got her birth and passing date, and it's in my bathroom in the corner, and I see it pretty often, and I can remember brushing my teeth and seeing her picture and thinking, like, not too long ago, like maybe 2 days ago, maybe, like, brushing my teeth, kind of thinking to myself, like, geez, how much has changed since, I lost you, like I'm married, and like so much has changed, and like all of my family moved here, and like and I miss you, and like she's smiling. It's just a very relatable moment, to see that, my life keeps on changing, but you stay the same. I miss you. It's just a moment in my head that I can kind of articulate because, it's new enough. I don't know why he wrote it, but I know how I feel hearing it, and I get it.
This all should get easier, but it never will. I miss you.
This all should get easier, but it never will. I miss you.
I float through the days and the long, lonely nights. I miss you. And I hear your footsteps. You're coming down the stairs, lost in your laughter, the sun in your hair, a brief recollection, the light in your eyes. I see the reflection, but it passes by. It passes
I like
me
this synth in the
by.
back with this kind of, it's really providing an atmosphere there. Ooh. guitar just articulates the lyrics of the song. You know, I can see why people say that this album is one of the weaker albums. But it's had some of the best songs. Like it's had really strong lyricism. It's had fun jams. Again, it's not gonna be an album with the David Bowie on it. It's not got a Yem on it. But it's got fun stuff. It's got explorative stuff. It's got stuff where you can tell the guys had fun. It still has all of the stuff that makes them the band that we love. It's got the silliness of Mike. It's got the ballads. It's got the incredible musicianship of each of the guys, the chemistry in what they do. Yeah, it's a produced album, but I really think, lyrically speaking, this is one of the best songs that I've heard in the catalog, and it articulates such a powerful human experience. I think this album is another one of those things where it's like the fanhood is just incredibly hard on its favorite band. And there is such a vast body of work to choose from that something's got to be near the bottom, and this has significantly less, time to have developed memories, right? The newest album couldn't be the best album because how could any of the albums be better than what was in the 80s or 90s? And while there could even be an element of truth to that, there is an element where art is not meant to be, pit in it, competition against itself. Like, they're not competing to make their best album. They're just competing to make an album that they're proud of and feel like speaks their position in life as musicians or as people. And, yeah, maybe it's not their strongest, but it's still got amazing songs, and it still absolutely belongs on the, on the catalog.
You're smiling at me from your picture frame, and I miss you.
I just think that concept is so huge.
And I whisper your name, I miss you. You're in faces of people I see on the street. You're everywhere. You're everywhere.
What is this song about to you? I've said what in this moment this song is about to me. But what is this song about to you? Not to Trey, not, if you want to share that story with me, feel free. But I'm more interested in what it means to you. I think part of my favorite thing in doing this and doing these album journeys is the albums mean something different to everybody, and getting to see how these albums and this music touches people, and getting to read through, some of the most touching stories I've ever read in my life have come in the YouTube comment section because somebody tells me a story about the magic of a song and the memory of that song. And, how some particular song or some particular version of some particular song is the soundtrack of a moment that changed a person's life, or was a core memory and a foundational happening to that person. And I think that's maybe one of my favorite things. If this is one such song for you, I'm very interested. What does this song mean to you?
You're everywhere.
It's a tone that doesn't have to be ostentatious. It's enough it punches through. It's just a bold voice that has feelings and passion. As a little bit, I'm gonna run this whole solo back, but there was a little bit of Jerry and Morning Dew right here. And that little bit of a run. I've loved this jam. There we go. I think that this is the Mesa Boogie, right? He went to a JTM 45 for a chunk? Well, that's really headed classic. The organ in the back, it really kind of uplifts this. I mean, golly. I don't know if I liked that one better or No Men in No Man's Land. I really think Miss You is maybe one of the strongest lyrical moments in Phish. I mean, that was a really big one, dude. And again, for music to make somebody experience feelings and, you know, actually carry weight to them. It's huge. I always wanted it this way. That's the next song. Here we go. Ooh, you know I like a spacey synthy noise. Okay. Let's go. Why am I listening to New Wave Phish right now? Let's go. I feel like there are so many different kinds of 80s like new wavy sort of sounds that are happening here that make me like just so happy. Hearing that it's a Page song makes me happy as well. These arpeggiating kind of sounds are just super nice. And it feels like we just ran so far away. You know what I mean? Getting a little dark now. Not anymore. Ooh. Like that little decay. So Page has a band called Vita Blue, and Vita Blue has some songs that sound kind of like this. That sounds awesome. I've made it abundantly clear on this particular stream that I'm a massive fan of like the French dance music scene. I like Parcels. I Daft Punk is amazing. I like there's some. I mean, truly, it's some of what I think. Some of the most fun music, period, right now. Vita. Thank you. Kind of has like a Peter, Bjorn, and John thing with the bongos and the synth. Do they play this often? Love the little rake sounds there. Yes! The synth. How often does Page use a keytar, by the way? What's up, newbie-doob? Welcome to the Rooskies. Keytar is just Frankenstein. Got it. A little bit, actually, Mr. Meatwitch. This song rips, dude. I'm kind of sad that there's only 2 songs to go. Anything that's got just arpeggiating fun synths. Now, I do think I've seen discussion that people get really mad about like EDM Phish, right? Like people get really pissy when they feel like it's dancey Phish, right? Is that what people are talking about? Like, do people get pissy whenever they make kind of a funny, like a fun, poppy, like dance thing? Like, do they take it to a different extreme or something when they do it live? Because I feel like that was just a ton of fun. They only did the EDM thing once for a New Year's gag. Got it. Who are these people and why do they care? Why do we care what they think? No, I just don't, because I think this rips. I don't understand why this wouldn't be awesome. Jaded vets are hard on new Phish. I love this. I want to dance. I just want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to dance with somebody to love.
Life in slow motion, feet are in the clay. I'm going nowhere, been standing here all day.
Whoa.
I had a notion there was something more to do. As I watched the water from the banks of the river, it swelled and grew. And I tilt to the left, lean to the right, tilt to the left,
I've
and
heard
lean
this.
to the right. Walked on coal and slept on glass amid swords of sound and daggers of light. And my heart is screaming, 'cause half of what I say is lies, and it takes so much to keep up this disguise.
This is why they hate
It
it.
takes so much to keep up this disguise. I see a doorway in the haze, and I'm trying to get to it. The stars are peoples in a wall, but we can walk through it. And the memory's still so real. The memory's still so real. I guess it's never really over, even when it's over. But I'm vibrating with love and light. I'm pulsating with love and light in a world gone mad, a world gone mad. There must be
I love this,
something
guys.
more than this.
I really love this.
With love and light, pulsating with love and light in a world gone mad, a world gone mad. There must be something more than this.
And you know, anybody that has walked through their own muck and come out of that muck, I think should be celebrated or should be able to celebrate that they have come out of that muck. And yes, it sucks. And you know, I think maybe it's easy for me to look at a guy who's got a success story and be like, yes, you friggin' yes, dude. I know what it's like. Way to go, pal, because that sucked dicks. Anybody that has walked through their muck and come out the other side that gets to say, like, yeah, okay, a lot of people helped me get to this point. I am so blessed to exist. I think that there is something so beautiful about seeing a person in that phase of life. And I'm kind of with you on that one, Gizhenge. Like, if you can't relate to that, I feel bad for you. I think that people want things to stay the same. I feel like in its own way, not liking this song is kind of like saying, maybe not liking the song. I won't go that far. But if you disagree with the spirit behind the song, it's almost as far as saying, like, I liked you better when you were a druggie. I kind of feel that way because, like, they still play all of the other songs, right? They've just added something to their repertoire. And there is something really wonderful about being able to look back at a position that they've had to remove themselves from and say, well, darn tootin', we did it. We removed ourselves from that situation, and here we are. They're allowed to comment on being in an uplifted phase of life. I have a hard time dunking on somebody who's commenting on how good it is to be out of a bad time. I have a hard time dunking on art that is, yeah, I'm glad Trey loves this song. And that's totally a fair way to be. I like this song. I like the concept of this song. I like what it means. And again, it's from an authentic place, and that's totally cool. You again, I think to say that this is a bad song or even a bad Phish song is more a comment on how you feel about yourself than Trey or the song.
In a world gone mad, a world gone mad, there must be something more than
This kind of rips.
Vibrating with love and light, pulsating with love and light. In a world gone mad, a world gone mad, there must be something more than this. Trumpet call is
Corny is just fine. We all love corny movies. How many people like old classic movies, right? Ones we've all seen before. How many people watched reruns, right? Like, corny things matter.
pounding, the trees are bending low. There's a great fire in the distance. There must be something more
And is it corny to celebrate good feelings?
than this. And our shadows will all be dancing with red dust on our clothes. And we leave by tornado. Elbows in the clouds and feet in the sky. And vibrating with love and light.
Leaving by tornado is the best way to leave.
In a world gone mad, world gone mad, there must be something more than this. We're vibrating with love and light, pulsating with love and light. In a world gone mad, there must be something more than this.
I'm guessing that this is probably Big Boat's most played song. This or Blaze. There you go, comment putter. At least you're honest. I can accept your answer and only that one because of how you said it.
Vibrating with love and light, pulsating with love and light. In a world gone mad, there must be something more than this. We're vibrating with love and light, pulsating with love and light. In a world gone mad, there must be something more. There must be something more than this. There's gotta be something more than this. There must be something more than this. There's gotta be something more than this. There must be something more than this. There's gotta be something more than this. There must be something more than this. There's gotta be something more than this.
I really like this song. Guys, random question going into the very last song. Which song, so if I rush this and get this put out onto YouTube tomorrow, right? This hits YouTube tomorrow before the next show. Which Big Boat song that they pull out says, what Big Boat deep track needs an appearance? And if they pull it out, do we say, yeah, they were watching the Walterooski, the Fisherooskis. They heard the voice of the Fisherooskis wanting this Big Boat song. Which song would that be? The deepest track is to come, Petrichor? Home would be the one. Things People Do. Honestly, Things People Do I have such a good feeling about that song. Such a good feeling about that song. Miss You was fantastic. Things People Do was super fun though. And maybe it's just because I was like I pegged the recording process. So I don't know. Going into the last one though, Petrichor. Let's do this thing, guys. Again, just refresh me. What is your favorite song from this album? I've really enjoyed this. Petrichor. I like this a lot. Kind of reminds me of like the indie bands I was listening to, like in their instrumental jams. I like that it kind of feels like it takes indie rock inspiration here because it's a very understandable musical language to me. Does this ever see Showtime? They just played it. I love that little tone. They played it the 9th. Hey, by the way, it is now officially 7, 12, 20, and 25. Everybody say happy 31st birthday to my baby sister, Rhea. She just turned 31 as of like 11 minutes ago to me. I love this song already. Kind of mustardy jam meets indie rock. I can hear a little bit of a Beatlesy thing here. Not anymore. A little Yesy kind of thing in here. Reminds me of Yes. Which I wouldn't know if I didn't listen to the Yes album on stream. Guys, thank you for being around with me. Thank you for being on this journey with me. The climb there. Fishman is knocking these drums down. I'm loving that we're having kind of this song This is the first song in a hot minute that I have kind of felt was like proggy, you know, like indie Frank Zappa-y. Like it kind of gives me that musical Journey sort of vibe. And I feel like it's the first time in a hot minute that we've had a song of some sort like this in a studio album, and it feels good to kind of get back to something like it. Transition. The horns really go hard. Petrichor, the earthy smell after a rainstorm. Love that word. Am I the only one that hears crab in my shoe mouth? I felt like we heard a crab in my shoe mouth there. We just got a crab in our shoe mouth. I like it. I like it. How many of you guys noticed the crab in our shoe mouth in this particular song? I'm just wondering, was this just one of those things that I have any of you noticed it?
The time is here. The day is new. We'll find a way back home.
I like this song a lot.
And and the rain came down and washed it all away. And and the rain came down and washed it all away.
I think Petrichor might be my favorite on the album, guys. I think that this is already the case.
Find a way back home.
Like, this is just the things about Phish that made me fall in love, like in the very beginning, you know, like when I think about some of my earliest favorite songs, you know, like Maze, Rift, you know, Yum, Esther, Divided Sky. It's like, it's these big fun, like Journey type songs where the scenes, where the different sections of the songs are like scenes in a show or a movie or you know, a skit or some kind of like comic kind of bit. And I think that when you hear those kinds of things where it's like you've got multiple songs within one song versus like just a song, you know, you have a different experience, and it doesn't feel like But I've commented also before, plenty of times throughout, that some people can't just sit and go on a journey when they listen to a song. They're just not ready for that. You know, like they don't have the listening capacity for that. They're not just equipped to crunch out 13 minutes and 32 seconds of a song, right? Like, and that's fine. Not everybody is built the same, right? Some people are, like Ford, built different. But I think in context like this, the things that I came to like see as just quintessential characteristics and traits of the band that I've fallen in love with, this is kind of there. You know, this is exactly what it is about a lot of Phish's music that I love, is like the journey, the experience, the ride. You know, anybody can crunch out a couple of minutes song, but like not just anybody can put down a friggin' 13-minute, 32-second journey.
It all away. And and the rain came down and washed it all away.
Like how ethereal the soundscape is.
We'll find the way back
Ooh. Ooh. We really kind of moved into like a rain stick jazz moment here. Kind of turning a little dark here. The dissonance that gets created in this moment by the contrast between the bass and this synth here that we have with Page feels like walking in rain. And the Petrichor name, if you know what that word is, it really does provide a good element of imagery for the song. Like an imaginative imagery. Melancholic with resolve. Like a little bit of sunshine. The scales running here, though. When you hear scales in use context. Is it a cello? such a journey, dude. Like, this isn't demand, right? But like, I feel like there was a lot of time in my early discovery of Phish where people were like, this is a lot like Zappa. And at that time, I hadn't dug into Zappa. But now that I've dug into Zappa and I'm hearing music, and I'm like, yeah, this feels like Phish is returning to times where they kind of had music that sounded like Zappa. And I only know that because you guys helped me find Zappa by saying, Walter, if you liked Phish, you should listen to Zappa. So, you know, you guys really have been a massive part of a musical discovery journey for me. But like, where this hits this beautiful, cool run of like indie jazz meets rock meets kind of blues meets kind of NOLA jazz. I don't know, dude. It's fun. Genesis, again, same thing. More of that I wouldn't have the concept for without you guys saying something about it. And I love these like arpeggiated kind of 8-bitty synth sounds. The holiday song from Trans-Siberian Orchestra a little bit. And then you get this.
And the clouds will open and the seas will rise.
It's like the other end of Divided Sky.
And ladders will come down from the skies.
Am I the only one that feels like it kind of sounds like Possum a little bit there? In the bass line?
And the clouds will open and the seas will rise. And ladders will come down from the skies. And the glaciers will melt and the trees will fall. The trees will fall. There's no more future and no more past. We'll be on our way back home at last.
Hear more in the guitar, I think, but bass line is more. Well,
we'll melt and the trees will fall.
Some bunch out of possum.
There's no more future and no more past. We'll be on our way back home at last.
Feels a little bit like a Divided Sky homage there.
We'll be on our way back home at last.
Ooh. Okay. All right, let's go. I think Petrichor is the song, like, my favorite song on the album. Oh, yeah. And Proggy. Again, we just transitioned from scene to scene in this. Well, and you have this nice little bow kind of sound. At the very bottom end of the triad, you've got him going into that slide, and it's a nice little touch. Right. Kind of a little bit of a bossa nova thing.
And the rain came down, and the rain came
I really like this one. This is a perfect album for me. Not their best album, maybe not even like maybe not their worst album, maybe it is their worst album, but it's a good album. I like it a lot. I just it's a good bit. Trey really did have a strong vocal performance on this album. This was a strong vocal performance for the boy Trey. This is how you stick it out, like stick a landing with an album. I love it. How's it gonna end? Oh, yeah. Are they hitting us with a day in the life kind of ending? Just a lot shorter? Dude. Absolutely. Yo, sir, your name. Thank you for the 75 tickle bitties. Guys, that's a good album. This Big Boat's a good album. Perhaps not their best album, but just because their album isn't their best album doesn't mean it's a terrible album. And again, yes, all Phish is good Phish, and I feel like if they play any of these songs at a live show, people are gonna love it and dance and enjoy their time and it'll still be a great experience, you know? I really liked this. I feel like it had some really deep writing moments, right? And again, the reason that people freak out about this not being one of the best is because it's not Rift or Nectar. It's not Hoist or Billy Breathes. It's not even Farmhouse. You know what, though? I'm going to sit here right now and tell you I liked it better than Round Room. I really did. True story, Bingo Bango really liked it better than Round Room. All Phish is necessary Phish because it's all a part of the artist journey. I would tend to agree with you going optimal. I think that, you know, I haven't heard a lot of these songs, most of these songs live, but that's the case for most of the songs that I have listened to by Phish. I've heard a bunch of them because I've now seen 6 total sets of Phish, right? So like I've seen plenty of them, but I still think it was a good album. I do think Petrichor was probably my favorite. I think Miss You and No Men and No Man's Land was also really huge. I also very much loved Blaze On and Breath and Burning. This is a good album all around. Not to mention Things People Do. Like, I had plenty of moments in this and that I really, really, really liked. And again, I'm not dunking on Round Room by saying I liked this better. I should make that clear. I just liked this better than Round Room. I don't think that Big Boat is the worst album. I genuinely just found that this will have plenty of things I'm going to come back to. Anyways, guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Seriously. Really. I love yous. Goodbye.